You should be actively doing professional things outside of this job. Now, I'm always clear, like, look, if you're not getting your work done, that we're going to have a performance conversation. But I would actually encourage my teams. I'm like, you should be actively, if you want to do some advising, if you want to do some public speaking, if you want to do, build a course and do something like that, like you should. If you want to start a podcast, I would, because I do so much content creation, I would work with my teams on like, hey, what tools do you use, or how do you start a YouTube channel, or how do you create a podcast? And it's because what it does is it actually gives you something that's a little bit more in your control to work on and to focus your attention. And not that you should make your whole life about work. That's not what I'm saying. In fact, growing up in a funeral home, I would actually argue against that. But you should have other areas of focus. And what I have found consistently, because I will say, when I bring this up with senior leaders, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, they freak out about it. And this was always one of the big challenges when you would implement learning systems like in LinkedIn Learning. You'd get these leaders that are like, I don't want anybody taking a course that's not directly related to their job. I don't want them wasting time on that. And I'm like, that's not a waste of time. People growing and developing, building skills that seem intersectional to what they're doing is not a waste of time. It not only engages them, but it actually helps them to perform better. They pick up these other skills. They are more resilient in the ups and downs of things because they don't feel like they're completely dependent. And inevitably in work, there's inefficiency, there's downtime, there's times that things aren't moving at the same rate. And so when people are engaged in other things, instead of them sitting around being bored or disengaged, they are engaged in some of this other stuff. And I even personally, I've always had my content and stuff on the side, I guess you could say, but it made me better. It kept me connecting with other business leaders. It helped me know what was going on in the industry. It helped me be smarter about decisions and have a network of people I could bounce things off of. That's actually a really valuable skill to an organization.